On our last day in Delaware, Eric and Biscuit walked us over to the Fort DuPont area for a little walk around and a chance to test out our new drone. Fort DuPont was originally established in 1863 as the 10-gun battery opposite Fort Delaware. The fort was renamed in honor of Rear Admiral Samuel F. DuPont, U.S. Navy, for his distinguished service in 1899. During World War II, the fort served as a prisoner of war camp. Roughly 3,000 prisoners of war were housed here. Fort DuPont was deactivated in 1946 and sold as a surplus property. In 1948, the site reopened as the Governor Bacon Health Center. Portions of the land were dedicated as a state park. In recent years, a number of family homes have been built in this area. This church is original and dates back to the time when the fort was being used. As you might recall from an earlier video, I gave Jack a drone for Christmas. We came here to a wide open area where he could test it out and fly it for the first time. We will use the drone to do aerial shots for our videos as we travel. It's great, Jack. Good job. Can't help but wonder that if we were video game players, maybe learning to fly the drone would be a bit easier. This trip to Delaware was the first time that Ferguson had the chance to meet Biscuit. And as you might be able to tell, there was a little bit of a love affair happening. It was time for us to head back to Connecticut. So we said our goodbyes to Eric and Biscuit. Elise was at work, so we had to say goodbye to her the night before. And we hit the road. On the drive home, we took a road that drove us right through the middle of the Delaware City refinery. We were amazed by the refinery, both in its size and scope. As we drove through, we discussed sustainability, sustainable resources, and chatted about setting a goal for ourselves to look for ways where we could find better, more sustainable resources for things that we use in our day-to-day lives. So for 2022, that's going to be something that we are going to be thinking about and working towards. We are crossing the Delaware Memorial Bridge, which spans the Delaware River, leading us from Delaware to New Jersey. As we drove across the bridge, we crossed the state line. See if you can spot the place where they have painted the words Delaware and New Jersey along with that line onto the road of the bridge. Once crossing over into New Jersey, we started looking for signs that would lead us to the nearest Starbucks. You can take the girl out of Seattle, but you can't take the Seattle out of the girl. We added a few puppuccinos to our order, and the dogs were in heaven. This was Fergus's first puppuccino. Isla has been a fan of the puppuccino for a very long time. When we lived in England, I lived near the high street. So on mornings, we'd go out for a walk, I'd grab a coffee, and they would each get a little tiny espresso cup filled with whipped cream. So, as you can imagine, Starbucks was not only loved by Mommy, but it was also loved by the puppies.